We're sticking with green. Even though the green was the greatest game ever played. Because Tarzan! I gotta keep it green for Tarzan. It's the jungle. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to talk about Tarzan 2. Tarzan 2 is a 2005 animated direct-to-video release. It is directed by Brian Smith, animation direction by Dante, Clemente, and Russ Mooney, editing by Ron Price and John Royer, music by Mark Mancina, Dave Metzger, and Phil Collins, and it's written by Jim Kammerud, Bob Tzudiker, Noni White, and Brian Smith. The film stars Harrison Chad as Tarzan, Brenda Grate as Turk, Glenn Close as Kala, Harrison Fahn as Tantor, and George Carlin as Zugor. The film has a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a Tarzan 3 was planned, which would have focused on Tantor and Turk going to London to be with Jane and Tarzan raising their son Paxton, but it was cancelled in 2006 by John Lasseter. Animation for this was very decent. It was pretty. It was not nearly as bad as some others, like Tarzan and Jane, for instance. This was obviously animated to be a direct-to-video release instead of a television release that was then put direct-to-video. So I have really no complaints about the animation. It's not the most, it's not as stunning as the first animation, but it is good. Are there as many bops in this one as the first one? No. Is Who Am I a bop? 100%. Way to go off, Phil Collins. I want Who Am I, but they don't sell the soundtrack for this, so I'm gonna have to find it somewhere and download it. I got very big Lion King vibes from this, from the moment between Kala and Tarzan at the tree where she's explaining how everyone helps everyone. It gave me Circle of Life conversation vibes, and then the whole scene where he decides that his whole family would be better off without him felt very similar to Run Away and Never Return that Scar does to Simba. And then his whole loner moment, instead of finding Timon and Pumbaa, he finds Zugor and makes a little life with Zugor, which is very sweet, and I liked that aspect of the story for sure. But it did feel like an amalgamation of a lot of other Disney movies. I also have really come to despise stories that take place in the middle of the first one. So, every Beauty and the Beast sequel, I'm looking at you, you're terrible, please stop doing that. Where this one is better, but it does feel very retcon-y, retroactive, yes, of course this could have happened and all the events of the first movie could have happened, but I don't know. In the first movie, he struggles with, does he belong to his family, even though he can, help take care of them because he's, a predator. Even to gorillas, technically. But, I just wish they could have come up with a different sequel idea. Tarzan and Jane was terrible, but they could have done a different thing that would have been better than that, probably. Or maybe just don't do a Tarzan sequel, because Tarzan's really good. But I'm really not huge on the, in the middle of the first story. You could do, a prequel that's not about Tarzan. That would be fine. About his parents. That'd be kind of cool. But I'm not really crazy about it. But this wasn't bad. This definitely wasn't as bad as the Beauty and the Beast sequels. Those are so terrible. And it was sweet, and it was, very, touching to see Tarzan find his place. And when Zugor said, "I know what you are, you're a Tarzan," that was very special, and I loved that message so much, that he didn't have to be an ape, he didn't have to be a Zugor, he didn't have to be an elephant, an alligator, a flamingo, whatever, a bird. He was Tarzan and is a Tarzan, and Tarzan can be helpful because he can do things others can't. And I loved the message of that. I thought this was going to be way worse, significantly worse, especially after Tarzan and Jane. And this was decent. It was entertaining. I feel like if I had loved Tarzan more as a kid, I would have also liked this. Definitely not the Lion King 2 situation. Lion King 2 is the greatest. It's so good. But this was very decent. It's entertaining. I promise we've watched worse things. Let us never forget Pocahontas 2, Mulan 2, Tarzan and Jane, okay? These are way worse things. And then worse than that, Boy of Blue Condors, one of our dinosaurs missing. Ooh. But this was decent, and I just love Tantor. I feel like Tantor has some of the best lines. I'm an elephant, I have 20/20 hearing, took me out. I thought that was really funny. And what a move, you know? I've got really good hearing, so I'm with Tantor on that one. But overall, I thought this was cute. I thought it was touching. It was not, you know, I think I liked it because I really thought it was going to be way worse, and it was actually pretty decent, so I was like, all right, I can't be mad. That's everything I have for Tarzan 2. My final rating is 6 Zugors, whatever that means, out of 10. Our total movie count is... Parent and cry count are still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram or Twitter. You'll find out what movie I'm watching when. I put out videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. I got a tier starting at just $1. You get every video a week early, and you get a coupon code for merch. Tiers above that, you could have bonus content, daily trivia, monthly podcasts, monthly postcards, private vlogs, video chat with me, all the fun stuff. And buy merch. I'm wearing a blue Don't Be Blank About It. There's nothing on the back, so I don't know why I'm doing that, but don't be blank about it. It's one of the best. Come on, that's really funny. Don't be about it. Until next time, comment, subscribe, we're not in charge of your life, you are, so you, and don't be... I guess technically everybody comes around, but the mom of the two, terrible. Absolutely not. Don't be her. The green. Okay, should I make a dance to music that is copyrighted and you can't hear? I've already done it in a vlog, technically, but still. Who knows what videos are to come where I'll get it to